Hi, I'm Shaun Ely,
And I'm Matt DeWild.
and we are going to show you how to make a program that makes the computer and prints out the parts it has. First, go to the File and select New Project, and then make sure it's on C++ and C++ application, and then click Next. And then you can call the program, the project name, whatever you want, but we're just going to call it C++ or CPP application 3. Alright, the first thing you want to do is go and make a header file. And for now, we're just going to call it motherboard. And then you can just delete all this stuff that's in there. Alright, so we're going to need to include the IO stream, and we're also going to need to using namespace std, and then we're going to make a class called motherboard. It's important to call the class the same as what you called the header file to avoid confusion. Now we're going to make a public function. And it's going to be called print motherboard. Alright, and now we have this all done. We are going to make a CPP file for the header file, and we're going to call that motherboard CPP. And all you have to put at the top is include and then motherboard.h. And now we are going to say what the function does that we made in the header file. And then for the function that we made, we need to put parentheses behind it because so we can make it a callable function. And then you put brackets. And now we're going to do cout motherboard. Because we want the function to say what it is. And then do an end line so it makes a space when we call out the function.
Okay, now we went ahead and created the CPU header file in CPP, the battery header in CPP, and so on, the rest of them. Now we want to go and create the PC header, which is the parent class of all the other ones. So you want to go to the header, create new, go to the select header, and you name it pc.h. So then you want to delete all this stuff because you don't really need it, and you want to include all the other child classes so that it recognizes it. So you'd start off with each one and go down the line. Next is hard drive. Next would be memory. Next would be motherboard. And then you would use include IO stream for every one. It's important to have it for every CPP and header. And using namespace. STD. Then you want to go ahead and create the class called PC. Put the curly braces on, and you want to add in, instead of public now, you want to put private to add all of the classes so it recognizes them, and you want to name them. So you go down motherboard. You can name it just MB for short. CPU, you can just name it CP for short. Battery, you can name it BAT for short. Memory, MEM, and the hard drive, HD. Now you want to go ahead and create public the functions, and you want PC to have a main print function that prints all the other print functions. So you go void print, and you put the parentheses there so it recognizes it as a function. And you're done with the header file now. Now you want to go and create a CPP for it. So now you go into new source file, pc.cpp. Now you go and include IO stream, and include the pc.h so it recognizes the header file and using namespace std. Now you want to go and add the function there so it calls it. So void PC : print. And the reason why you don't put a semicolon there is so that it recognizes the rest of the stuff you're putting underneath it. If you put a semicolon there, it doesn't recognize the stuff in the curly braces. So now you go cout to print out what you want. Cout computer has, and then end line, end L, so that it ends the line. And then underneath that, you print out all the other print functions. So you go mb dot print motherboard and then parentheses. The reason why you use the initials is because that's what you called it, so now that's what you use. Now CP, and then you use BAT dot print memory dot print memory and then HD dot and then you're done.
Now we are going to finish the main CPP file. And then we don't need any of this, so we can delete it. We need to include IOStream and include the PCP or the PC.h to have the PC print function come in. And we need using namespace std. Now we're going to make the main put curly braces. Now we're going to make the PC class in the main. PC computer. Now we're going to call the function computer and then we need to put return 0. That's just what you have to do on the main. And now we're going to run the project. And then it'll print out the computer has, and it'll list all of the parts that the computer has that we put on there.